Pantanal began to take shape as the South American tectonic plate created a massive inland depression. It was a tumultuous geological period when the Brazilian highlands, towering over 3,000 feet above sea level, began to send rivers like the Paraguay and Cuiabá cascading down into the lowlands. These waters, like patient artists, carried millions of tons of sediment, gradually depositing and transforming this basin into a vast and fertile plain. The Pantanal's flat terrain is the result of thousands of years of sediment accumulation. With an average elevation of 260 to 492 feet, it resembles a colossal dish, catching river waters and converting them into the lifeblood of the entire ecosystem. The wetlands here are not only the cradle of lush vegetation, but also a haven for thousands of animal species, from small fish like the piraputanga to apex predators such as the Pantanal jaguar. Yet, the Pantanal is far more than just a plain. It's a rich tapestry with bold strokes of ancient dunes, expansive lagoons, and curious salt flats. The ancient dunes, like untouched islands, hint at a time when this region was a vast desert. Each rainy season, the Pantanal transforms into a giant mirror reflecting the sky, with over 80% of its surface submerged underwater. But when the dry season arrives, from April to September, the waters slowly retreat, leaving behind arid grasslands, scattered lagoons, and gleaming salt flats. The salinas, or salt flats, are unique accents, areas where the water has evaporated, leaving a glittering crust of salt behind. The Pantanal is not merely a land of transitions, but a realm of perfect balance. Its intricate network of rivers acts like lifelines, keeping this landscape vibrant and thriving. Geological factors also contribute to the Pantanal's unique characteristics. These lowlands serve as a massive sponge, absorbing water during the rainy season and releasing it gradually throughout the dry months. The journey of the Pantanal is not just a story of geology, but also one of life. Around 10,000 years ago, indigenous peoples such as the Bororo settled in this region, living in harmony with nature. They hunted, fished, and utilized local plants for survival, leaving the first traces of human presence in this pristine wilderness. Later, in the 16th century, European explorers set foot in the Pantanal for the first time. Enchanted by the vast landscape, they referred to it as an inland sea. But instead of finding gold or treasures, they encountered nature's unparalleled wealth. By the 18th century, explorers began developing the Pantanal for agriculture and cattle ranching. Vast ranches emerged, occupying nearly 95% of the Pantanal's area today. The Pantanal is an endless symphony of nature, where each rainy and dry season unfolds like dramatic movements in a grand composition, linking thousands of species in a mesmerizing dance of life. This is not merely an expansive wetland, but a vibrant world with a complex ecosystem and biodiversity beyond imagination. Here, water plays the role of the master artist, painting ever-changing landscapes with each passing season. The Pantanal is home to over 4,700 species of flora and fauna, including more than 650 species of birds, 300 species of fish, and hundreds of mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. These numbers tell only part of the story, as every species within this ecosystem has an irreplaceable role in its intricate food web. The grasslands, sparse forests, freshwater lagoons, and salt flats of the Pantanal serve as stages for interactions between species, from the smallest creatures to the most formidable predators. Each area of the Pantanal carries its unique characteristics. The vast grasslands are home to herbivores that play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. The sparse forests not only provide shelter during the dry season, but also serve as nesting grounds for birds and mammals. The salt flats, with their striking beauty, are habitats for species that have evolved to thrive under harsh conditions. Meanwhile, the lagoons, like small oases, become gathering spots for water birds and fish during the dry months. The biodiversity of the Pantanal is not just about numbers. It is a testament to the vibrancy and adaptability of nature. The species here do more than coexist. They depend on each other, forming a food web in which every link is vital. From insect-eating birds to fish that feed on fallen fruits and larger animals that dominate the landscape, all are interconnected, sustaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. This is a living network where the survival of one species can influence the entire system, showcasing the profound interdependence of life in the Pantanal. The flood season arrives in the Pantanal like a grand symphony of nature, where water takes on the role of a conductor, orchestrating every movement. From October to March, this vast region undergoes a dramatic transformation, with over 80% of its area, roughly 65,000 square miles, submerged under a glistening layer of water. The expansive landscape becomes a mirror reflecting the tropical sky, blurring the boundaries between earth and heaven, while ushering in a rhythm of life that beats in sync with the waters. The Pantanal doesn't just flood, it brims with life. The Paraguay and Cuiabá rivers carry waters from the Brazilian highlands, spreading across the lowland plains. Like massive arteries, these rivers not only nourish the ecosystem, but also link every corner of the Pantanal into a unified living entity. Their waters pour into Lake Gaiba and other large lakes, overflowing into grasslands and marshes, creating a complex network of waterways. At times, these waters seem endless, opening up a breathtaking spectacle that few places on Earth can rival. Within this vast watery expanse, life begins to bloom. Aquatic vegetation thrives, painting the water's surface in shades of green and providing shelter to countless species. The flooded grasslands turn into ideal feeding grounds for water birds, while the lakes and marshes become breeding hubs for hundreds of fish species. Water, like a generous king, sustains every creature, from the tiniest organisms to the apex predators at the top of the food chain. Birds, with over 650 species recorded, gather in the Pantanal from all over the world. Migratory birds like the American golden plover travel thousands of miles from North America to revel in the Pantanal's abundance. The sight of thousands of birds soaring over the water resembles a vibrant dance, a testament to the irresistible allure of this ecosystem. Water also drives changes in how larger animals adapt to their surroundings. The flooded grasslands force herbivores to seek higher ground, such as ancient sand dunes, for survival. These elevated areas become ecological islands, offering refuge for larger species like deer and marsh deer. Meanwhile, partially flooded woodlands transform into natural corridors, enabling wildlife to move between areas without disruption. The flood season in the Pantanal is not just a showcase of nature's raw power, but also a perfect portrait of vibrant life, where every drop of water carries the heartbeat of thousands of species. As the waters rise, the Pantanal dons a new appearance, dynamic and full of energy. What were once parched grasslands transform into an immense watery expanse, where the mandovi tree, an iconic symbol of this region, stands tall like steadfast towers, sheltering and sustaining countless creatures. This abundance is not merely a stroke of fortune, but a vital component of global ecological balance. The Pantanal stores over 260 million tons of carbon, playing a crucial role in mitigating the effects of climate change. Its waterways supply more than 12 million gallons of clean water daily, supporting millions of people in the region and beyond. This is more than a wetland. It is a natural powerhouse, regulating the climate and sustaining life on an extraordinary scale. The ibis is a symbol of elegance in nature, but few realize that the evolutionary history of this bird stretches back millions of years. Emerging during the Paleocene epoch, around 60 million years ago, they stand as a testament to nature's resilience through geological and climatic changes. Over time, the ibis's long, curved beak has evolved into the perfect tool for foraging in shallow waters. These features, combined with their long legs that allow them to wade through flooded areas, have made the ibis an indispensable part of tropical and subtropical wetlands worldwide. The Pantanal is one of the most ideal homes for the ibis, where water, earth, and sky merge into a vibrant, natural tapestry. Among the species of ibis that inhabit this region, the green ibis and barefaced ibis stand out. With body lengths ranging from 18 to 26 inches and weights between 1.5 to 2.5 pounds, they are perfectly equipped to thrive in the challenging yet opportunity-filled environment of the Pantanal. During the flood season, rising waters bring an abundance of food, such as insects, worms, crustaceans, and small fish. Ibis use their curved beaks like hooks, skillfully flipping through layers of mud to uncover prey. Each ibis can consume up to 0.5 pounds of food daily, providing the energy they need to endure the long flood season. This foraging behavior not only benefits the ibis, but also helps regulate populations of small organisms within the ecosystem, preventing population surges that could disrupt the natural balance. In the lively scene of the flood season, roseate spoonbills, with their soft pink plumage accented by white, appear like graceful dancers. They move through shallow waters, their flat, wide, spoon-shaped bills gently sweeping side to side in search of prey. Each motion of the spoonbill seems like an elegant brushstroke, adding vibrant detail to the natural masterpiece of the Pantanal. From ancestors that thrived in prehistoric wetland environments, spoonbills gradually adapted and spread across tropical and subtropical regions. In the Pantanal, where rising waters inundate every corner, their distinctive bills become the key to their survival and success. During the flood season, rivers overflow and grasslands transform into vast watery expanses. This is when spoonbills are at their most active. They glide effortlessly across the water, using their bills like sensitive blades to sift through the mud and uncover prey. Spoonbills can consume an average of 1 to 1.5 pounds of food daily, primarily consisting of small fish, insects, and crustaceans. This diet provides the energy needed to maintain their health and prepare for the breeding season. Spoonbills are not solitary hunters. They often live in large flocks, creating spectacular displays over flooded areas. This flocking behavior not only increases their chances of finding food, but also reduces risks from predators such as snakes, crocodiles, or raptors. Their calls echo across the wetland, forming a natural symphony that fosters communication within the group and signals potential threats. Tall trees like manduvi or palms serve as ideal nesting sites, safely above the rising waters. The nests, built from twigs, are typically located 15 to 30 feet above the ground, ensuring the safety of eggs and chicks. Each nest usually contains 2 to 4 eggs, with chicks hatching after approximately 22 to 24 days. Both parents take turns caring for the young, shielding them from natural threats and predators. Meanwhile, the kingfisher, a small but mighty bird, darts through the sky like a blue arrow, adding brilliant streaks of color to the vibrant green expanse. With agile movements, sharp eyesight, and a pointed bill resembling a fine needle, the kingfisher embodies nature's precision and strength, showcasing exceptional adaptability in the flooded landscapes of the Pantanal. The evolutionary journey of the kingfisher began over 30 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. Fossils from this era reveal that kingfisher ancestors once lived near rivers and lakes, honing their unique hunting skills. Over millions of years, they have adapted perfectly to wetland environments, becoming master predators equipped with bodies optimized for speed and precision. In the Pantanal, the two most prominent species are the Amazon kingfisher and the ringed kingfisher. Measuring between 12 to 16 inches in length and weighing 4.5 to 12 ounces, they impress not only with their size, but also with their vibrant coloration. Their blue-green plumage, accented with a red chest and white neck, reflects the bright flood season sunlight, making them a focal point of attention. The Pantanal, the largest wetland in the world, spanning over 65,000 square miles, provides the perfect habitat for the kingfisher. As floodwaters rise, they bring with them a microcosm of life: small fish, insects, and crustaceans. This abundance creates a grand feast for kingfishers, the most skilled hunters of the water's surface. Kingfishers perch on high branches or rocky outcrops near rivers, watching and waiting for the perfect moment. With eyes akin to telescopes, they can detect the slightest movement beneath the water. Their hunting success rate reaches an impressive 60–70%, a remarkable figure compared to other avian predators. The hunting technique of a kingfisher resembles an elegant performance. They dive into the water at incredible speeds, their pointed bills striking prey with pinpoint accuracy. Though catching prey takes only seconds, this skill demands a flawless combination of speed, strength, and focus. An average kingfisher consumes about 1 pound of food daily, fueling the energy needed for their relentless activity during the extended flood season. Kingfishers are not just masterful hunters, but also symbols of ecological interconnectedness. By consuming small fish and insects, they help regulate these populations, preventing imbalances that could disrupt the ecosystem. Their hunting and movement also contribute to environmental rejuvenation, as nutrients from their droppings support plant growth. Kingfishers, with their striking presence, serve as biological indicators, reflecting the health of Pantanal's aquatic systems. But it is not just life that flourishes. The Pantanal also bears witness to some of the fiercest battles in the natural world. The flooded grasslands, stretching for hundreds of miles, transform into an inland ocean, setting the stage for powerful predators to showcase their strength and cunning. This is not merely a wetland. It is a natural arena where primal instincts reign during the golden moments of the flood season. This ecosystem is a symphony, where wildlife not only survives, but also competes for dominance. Every roar, every snap, every calculated move is part of a grand narrative, where the line between life and loss blurs in the blink of an eye. The Pantanal, with its raw intensity and stunning beauty, stands as the wild heart, pulsing in rhythm with the flow of nature. Along the winding rivers of the Pantanal, where sunlight kisses the water and creates a golden shimmer like a metallic tapestry, the Pantanal jaguar emerges as a living legend. This great cat is not only a symbol of strength, but also a testament to millions of years of evolution, leaving its indelible mark on the world's largest wetland ecosystem. The Pantanal jaguar, a subspecies thriving in this unique region, carries the bloodline of ancestors from millions of years ago. During the Pleistocene epoch, their forebears traversed the icy expanses of Beringia, migrating from Asia to the Americas. Their relatives, tiger, lion, leopard, and snow leopard, each found their own unique homes. But the jaguar chose the Americas, a promised land of lush rainforests and vast wetlands. Here, they not only survived but thrived, evolving into masterful predators. In the world of the Panthera genus, each species is a master artisan in its own realm. Tigers dominate the dense forests of Southeast Asia, roaming from the frigid Siberian woods to the sunlit grasslands of India. Lions, with their muscular, elongated bodies, resemble marathon athletes prowling in the twilight. They continue to maintain small populations, ruling over the African savannas and the Gir forest of India. Lions, by contrast, inhabit the vast savannas of Africa and maintain small populations in the Gir forest of India. They are the only species in the Panthera genus to live in prides, ruling like monarchs over their territories. Amid the labyrinth of Pantanal's waters, giant river otters emerge as exceptional swimmers, gliding with agility and precision. These remarkable creatures are not only masters of hunting, but also living symbols of the Pantanal ecosystem, exemplifying perfect harmony with nature. According to the IUCN, they are currently classified as critically endangered, with fewer than 5,000 individuals remaining worldwide. The evolution of giant river otters traces back millions of years, descending from smaller otters in the Mustelidae family. Over time, they have become the largest otters in their lineage, reaching up to 6 feet in length and weighing as much as 70 pounds, surpassing all other otter species. Their bodies are perfectly engineered for aquatic survival, with a powerful tail that functions as a rudder and webbed feet for rapid propulsion underwater. This evolutionary refinement has made giant river otters unparalleled in their watery domain. With their sleek hydrodynamic bodies and thick water-resistant fur, these otters are built to excel in aquatic environments. Their webbed feet and long, flat tails act like powerful paddles, propelling them through the water at speeds of up to 8 miles per hour. In the freshwater habitats of the Pantanal, giant otters are the ultimate athletes, ready to tackle the challenges of the flood season. The Pantanal offers a perfect sanctuary for giant river otters. Floodwaters provide an abundance of food and expand their hunting grounds. Rushing rivers, shallow lakes, and flooded forests create an ideal environment where otters build dens along riverbanks, safely tucked away from strong currents. These dens are often located on elevated banks or beneath large tree roots, serving as fortified shelters for their families. Unlike many other animals in the Pantanal, giant otters live in tightly bonded groups. Each family unit typically consists of 5 to 10 members, led by a dominant breeding pair that guides and protects the group. The bond among family members is unbreakable, strengthened by constant vocalizations and synchronized activities. A 2023 WWF study highlighted that this social structure not only aids survival, but also provides a foundation for passing hunting skills from one generation to the next. Young otters, while observing and participating in group hunts, gradually become proficient aquatic hunters. During the flood season, giant otters utilize their superior swimming abilities to hunt fish like piranhas, catfish, and occasionally peacock bass, challenging prey in their own right. Hunting for giant otters is not an individual endeavor, but a coordinated performance. The group works together, encircling and herding prey into shallow waters, much like a well-practiced sports team. Their hunting success rate reaches an astonishing 80%, far surpassing many other predators in the Pantanal ecosystem. Despite their prowess, giant otters face formidable threats in the wild. Predators like cayman, Pantanal jaguars, and even anacondas pose dangers, particularly to smaller or weaker members of the group. When sensing danger, giant otters do not retreat. They form a defensive circle, shielding their young in the center, while emitting loud, alarm-like calls to intimidate potential predators. This solidarity often deters even apex predators from attacking. Within the Pantanal, the world's largest and most biodiverse wetland, giant river otters play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. As diligent ecosystem gardeners, they help regulate fish populations and indirectly improve water quality. Leftover prey from their meals provides nutrients for scavengers like vultures, microorganisms, and riverside soils. Their presence creates a cascading effect, encouraging prey species to move frequently, thereby preventing overexploitation of specific areas and maintaining biodiversity. The flood season in the Pantanal not only breathes life into the ecosystem, but also unveils tales of giant creatures thriving in the silent depths of its waters. Hidden beneath murky waters, the green anaconda, a silent yet formidable predator, emerges as a mesmerizing symbol of the Pantanal. It is the heaviest snake in the world, a true giant. Dating back to the Pleistocene epoch, when South America's wetlands were beginning to form, the green anaconda adapted to the region's shallow waters. Its scientific name, Eunectes, meaning good swimmer in Greek, highlights its evolutionary perfection over millennia. With a colossal size of up to 29 feet in length and weighing more than 550 pounds, combined with exceptional swimming abilities, it reigns as an undisputed ruler of its domain. During the flood season, when over 80% of the Pantanal is submerged, the green anaconda transforms the flooded world into its personal hunting ground. The vast rivers and dense swamp vegetation provide ideal cover. Camouflaged beneath the water, with only its eyes and nostrils above the surface. On the vast canvas of the wetland ecosystem, the presence of the Jabiru and wood stork plays a pivotal role in a drama of survival. With each deliberate step across shallow waters, these giant wading birds showcase their hunting prowess while carrying the mission of maintaining ecological balance. The Jabiru, the largest bird in the region, stands tall at up to 5 feet with a wingspan of 9 feet. Its commanding presence, with a sleek black neck encircled by a striking red band and a robust, powerful bill, makes it a standout in the flooded plains. From Mexico to southern Argentina, the Jabiru has adapted to shallow water ecosystems, but the Pantanal is where it truly thrives. The richness of this land not only provides an abundant food supply, but also ideal conditions for nesting and rearing its young. In contrast to the imposing Jabiru, the wood stork exudes a more delicate yet equally distinctive charm. Standing about 40 inches tall with a wingspan of 5.5 feet, it embodies grace and efficiency. Its pristine white plumage contrasts sharply with its bare black head, blending seamlessly with the Pantanal's marshy landscapes. Like the Jabiru, the wood stork takes advantage of shallow waters and isolated pools during the flood season, where receding water reveals a feast of trapped fish. In this rich environment, the two species employ contrasting yet skillful hunting techniques. The Jabiru, with its sharp vision, uses its large bill to catch prey such as larger fish, amphibians, and even small reptiles. Its quick, powerful strikes make it a dominant predator in these waters. Conversely, the wood stork relies on a more subtle approach. It moves its open bill through the water, waiting for the tactile sensation of a passing fish, then snaps its bill shut with astonishing speed. This strategy is particularly effective in murky waters where sight is less reliable. The flood season in the Pantanal offers ample opportunities for both species. As waters recede, small pools emerge, trapping fish and aquatic creatures, creating a natural banquet for the Jabiru and wood stork. An adult Jabiru can consume up to 2 pounds of fish and amphibians daily, while the wood stork, with a smaller appetite, still finds its share in this plentiful environment. Beyond their role as hunters, these birds contribute significantly to the food chain. By controlling fish and aquatic populations, they prevent overpopulation that could disrupt the ecosystem's delicate balance. Additionally, both species aid in seed dispersal, promoting the regeneration of riverside vegetation. In the interconnected web of the Pantanal, where every element relies on the other, the Jabiru and wood stork are indispensable players in the cycle of life. As the waters recede, the Pantanal transforms into an entirely different landscape, vividly illustrating the harshness of the dry season. From approximately May to November, the land once covered in shimmering waters becomes a barren sea of cracked earth, where every grain of sediment is exposed under the scorching sun. Daytime temperatures can soar beyond 104 degrees, making the air feel almost stagnant. Nightfall offers only a brief respite, with temperatures dipping to around 64 degrees. This is not a time of ease, but a period that tests the patience and resilience of all life forms. The Pantanal during the dry season is a testament to nature's brutal force and a reminder of life's enduring tenacity. Rivers gradually shrink, leaving behind glistening streams that resemble cracks in the parched soil. Large lakes recede into small pools, trapping fish and aquatic creatures, which then become focal points of fierce competition among predators. Meanwhile, the once flooded grasslands now take on a withered yellow hue. The dry grass cracking under the relentless heat. Yet, even in this arid environment, trees like erythrina and tableau burst into vibrant bloom, adding striking splashes of color to the otherwise stark landscape. During this time, wildlife faces numerous challenges, from scarce water sources to the unrelenting heat and increased competition for survival. As the dry season envelops the Pantanal, the landscape transforms into a tableau of stark contrasts. Parched earth cracked under scorching heat, interspersed with shrinking pools of water. Amid this scene, the Yacare Caiman emerges as a relic of resilience, a steadfast warrior braving the harsh conditions. With an estimated population of 35 million, these reptiles dominate the remaining waterholes, where survival teeters on the edge. The evolutionary journey of the Yacare Caiman spans hundreds of millions of years, originating in the Jurassic period, when the first giant reptiles appeared on Earth. Belonging to the Alligatoridae family, they survived monumental geological events, including the extinction of dinosaurs, and gradually adapted to the freshwater habitats of South America. Recent genetic studies reveal a close relationship between the Yacare and spectacled caiman, though the Yacare possesses distinct traits, from jaw structure to behavioral habits, that enable it to endure the Pantanal's extreme conditions. Under blazing temperatures exceeding 100 degrees Celsius, shrinking waterholes become both feeding grounds and battlegrounds. These remaining pools are not just places for sustenance, but arenas for territorial disputes. Adult males, stretching up to 10 feet long and weighing over 220 pounds, assert dominance through deep, low-frequency vocalizations. These rumbling calls ripple across the water, marking territories and as the dry season deepens in the Pantanal ecosystem, the once waterlogged landscape transforms into a parched canvas of cracked earth and withering vegetation stretching under the scorching sun. The annual average rainfall of 39 inches is no match for temperatures soaring up to 104 degrees, creating a scene reminiscent of a massive furnace. Majestic rivers shrink into shallow pools, leaving behind an oppressive atmosphere and heightened tension throughout the ecosystem. The golden grasslands, which once teemed with life, are now a distant memory. Herds of capybaras travel farther in search of food, increasing their chances of encountering humans. Birds, such as the Jabiru and wood stork, however, find opportunity in the harshness. They feast on stranded fish in the dwindling waterholes, turning adversity into a survival banquet. Drought brings more than just a lack of water. It sets the stage for a greater disaster: wildfires. Dry grasslands and shrubs ignite like a blazing inferno with just a spark. During the 2020 dry season, nearly 57,000 square miles, approximately 30% of the Pantanal, were consumed by flames. Columns of smoke engulfed the skies, stripping countless animals of their shelter. Slow-moving creatures like tortoises and anteaters were unable to escape the flames, becoming victims of the catastrophe. The fires not only ravage vegetation, but also devastate soil structure, stripping away its precious nutrient-rich top layer. The repercussions linger for years, making it difficult for plants to regenerate and reducing the soil's ability to retain water, which exacerbates future droughts. For the Pantanal ecosystem, this is akin to an enduring wound, affecting the entire food chain. With each dry season, the Pantanal proves one undeniable truth. Despite its fragility, nature always finds a way to regenerate. Burned grasslands can return to their lush green state, and creatures pushed to the brink of extinction can find a second chance at survival. The Pantanal, as a symbol of resilience, reminds us of the immense value of protecting the planet's natural wonders. The dry season in the Pantanal continues with its arid landscapes, pushing the local wildlife to adapt to the challenging conditions. As the dry season in the Pantanal reaches its peak, the black howler monkey, Alouatta caraya, endures with remarkable resilience in its quest for survival and adaptation. With their striking jet-black fur, their resonant howls reverberate like a powerful announcement of their enduring presence. This sound can pierce the tranquil air and travel up to 3 miles, marking territories between groups or maintaining communication in an increasingly harsh environment. Evolving over millions of years, black howlers have become survival experts in both tropical forests and the arid regions of South America. Widely distributed across Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina, and Bolivia, they are perfectly suited to the riparian forests of the Pantanal. Here, the shady trees and towering canopies become their fortress during the prolonged dry season. When surface water sources dwindle, the black howlers remain unshaken. They seek out dense canopies where young leaves and berries not only provide sustenance, but also a vital source of hydration, allowing them to survive without descending to the ground where predators such as jaguars and pumas may lurk. Their leaf-based diet is a biological marvel, enabling them to extract nutrients from cellulose-rich foliage that few other animals can digest. Leaves from trees, such as figs and cecropias, become their lifeline during periods of scarcity. They chew methodically to maximize nutrient absorption while using their prehensile tails to hang from branches, conserving energy and staying out of reach of predators. Their tails, more than just climbing aids, symbolize balance and adaptability, enabling them to navigate an ever-changing environment. The black howler's iconic howl is more than a method of communication. It is a declaration of territory and a means to safeguard precious resources in the unforgiving landscape. Their unique physiology allows them to produce a deep, resonant sound that echoes across great distances, serving as the voice of the dry forest. It is both a proclamation of presence and a reminder of the importance of connection in a challenging ecosystem. Black howlers are not merely inhabitants of the Pantanal on the ground, using its keen vision to detect signs of food. Upon discovering a carcass, these birds often gather in groups, defending the resource against competitors such as black vultures. This cooperation not only secures their meal, but also conserves energy, a critical advantage in the harsh conditions of the Pantanal. Every step of the crested caracara on the arid soil of the Pantanal etches the story of a species honed by millions of years of evolution. Their ancestors, who appeared millions of years ago, gradually developed traits to thrive in some of the most extreme environments, from expansive grasslands to the arid terrains of South America. This adaptability cements their role as an indispensable part of the Pantanal ecosystem. As natural cleaners, crested caracaras play a vital role in maintaining ecological balance. By consuming animal remains, they help limit the spread of bacteria and disease, ensuring the health of the broader ecosystem. Their role extends beyond cleanup. The leftovers from their meals become sustenance for smaller raptors or even insects, fostering biodiversity and nutrient recycling. The dry season in the Pantanal is not merely a time of trials, but also a phase of preparation for renewal. The fertile silt exposed as the waters recede becomes the perfect foundation for vegetation to regenerate when the floods return. Animals, despite facing dwindling resources of food and water, adapt to the conditions, using the dry season to fortify territories and prepare for a new cycle. The remaining waterholes serve as vibrant hubs of life in the Pantanal, attracting predators, waterbirds and reptiles, weaving a lively tapestry of nature's interconnectedness. As grey clouds begin to gather over the Pantanal, a profound transformation stirs both in the earth and the sky. These are not just the first drops of rain, but the heralds of life returning, rejuvenating an expansive ecosystem. Starting in November, the Pantanal enters a pivotal transition as the rains and floods unleash their restorative power across the landscape. Heavy rains work their magic, reshaping the scenery as if replacing a tattered veil with a brilliant new garment, brimming with vitality. Rainfall surges, reaching up to 60 inches, pouring into rivers such as the Paraguay, Cuiabá, and Taquari. These rivers, once confined to narrow channels, overflow their banks, submerging approximately 80% of the Pantanal and transforming its vast plains into a sprawling, watery expanse. Water levels rise rapidly, surging over 10 feet, covering the parched grasslands and redistributing the fertile silt left behind by the dry season. The entire ecosystem comes alive, like a colossal machine springing back to life, each component intricately interconnected and seamlessly moving in harmony. The flood season marks not only a transformation of the landscape, but also the rebirth of life. Golden tababuya trees and crimson erythrina blossoms stand as beacons amid the water, offering food and shelter to birds and insects alike. Higher ground becomes a temporary refuge for species unable to fully adapt to aquatic conditions, acting as islands amidst the floodwaters. This abundance fuels a rich food web, forming the foundation for the entire Pantanal ecosystem. Piracema, a natural phenomenon of life and renewal, begins as rivers like the Paraguay, Cuiabá, and Taquari fill with torrential rains, creating underwater highways. Schools of fish, from the tiny tetra to giants like the pirarucu, migrate dozens of miles upstream. Swimming against strong currents, they seek shallow waters or flooded grasslands to spawn. This ancient survival strategy ensures that fish lay their eggs in nutrient-rich environments, shielded from predators. In the shallow waters, fish eggs are naturally safeguarded by layers of silt and aquatic vegetation. These waters provide not only shelter, but a temporary sanctuary, like gentle arms cradling the beginnings of new life. After hatching, the fry embark on their own journey, continuing the cycle of life. Piracema is not just a tale of fish, but a symphony of life across the Pantanal ecosystem. Flooded grasslands transform into natural banquet halls for waterbirds like the Jabiru, wood stork, and ibis. These birds gather in large flocks, silently hunting in the shallows where fish and aquatic organisms are trapped. Piracema transcends the fish migrations, serving as a pivotal event that balances the entire ecosystem. The flowing waters carry life, forging intricate connections among species. Small fish sustain waterbirds and reptiles, while they, in turn, become prey for apex predators such as the Pantanal jaguar. Each species, from the tiniest to the grandest, plays an indispensable role, like notes in the endless symphony of the Pantanal. The flood season sweeps across the Pantanal like a symphony of renewal. Beneath the rising waters, lush green grasslands become the heart of a miraculous web of life, where the marsh deer stand as silent witnesses to the timeless art of adaptation. Standing up to 3.6 feet tall and weighing between 220 and 330 pounds, these graceful yet powerful creatures are a testament to thousands of years of evolution. In prehistoric times, marsh deer sought refuge in floodplain wetlands, which became their haven for survival. Over millennia, they developed wide, paddle-like hooves that function as natural tools, allowing them to navigate the muddy terrain and shallow waters of the Pantanal with ease. Their gentle footsteps not only help them traverse challenging landscapes, but also embody the delicate ingenuity of nature's adaptations to harsh environments. The flooded grasslands provide an abundant food source and an ideal environment for reproduction. Pairs often choose elevated areas to safeguard their young from rising waters and predatory threats. In these spaces, new life emerges, a promise of the future within a dynamic and ever-changing ecosystem. The feeding habits of marsh deer reflect their deep connection to their environment. They consume large amounts of aquatic vegetation, including grasses and leaves, preventing overgrowth and maintaining ecological balance. In doing so, they act as natural gardeners, dispersing seeds through their droppings and promoting the regeneration of grassland areas. This role is vital in sustaining the health of the Pantanal ecosystem. Despite their integral role in the ecosystem, marsh deer face constant threats. As floodwaters recede, they become easier targets for predators such as the Pantanal jaguar and puma. However, their exceptional swimming ability allows them to glide through deep waters in search of safety. These survival skills highlight their remarkable adaptability and solidify their place within the Pantanal's food web. The survival journey of marsh deer is not without challenges. Illegal hunting and habitat loss due to agricultural expansion are driving them toward vulnerability. Listed as vulnerable by the IUCN, their population now hovers around 40,000 individuals. Conservation areas like Pantanal Mato Grossense National Park serve as crucial sanctuaries, offering hope for the species' recovery. As each wave kisses the shore, the Pantanal and its inhabitants continue to inspire. The marsh deer, embodying quiet resilience, is a living chapter in the extraordinary narrative of South American nature, where every heartbeat resonates with the endless flow of time. The Pantanal unfolds like a vibrant masterpiece of our planet, a place where nature is not merely present, but beats as the lifeblood of global ecosystems. This largest wetland ecosystem in the world is more than a geographical marvel. It is the ecological heart of South America, linking the lifelines of land, water, and air. As the rains pour from the skies, the Pantanal transforms into a colossal reservoir, absorbing and storing billions of gallons of water like an immense natural sponge. This rainwater not only sustains the native ecosystem, but also nourishes major rivers such as the Paraguay and Paraná. These rivers serve as lifelines for millions of people in distant urban areas, providing drinking water, irrigation for agriculture, and supporting hydroelectric energy production. This makes the Pantanal the lifeblood of the regional economy. Within every square inch of the Pantanal's wetlands, nature sequesters over 2.3 billion tons of carbon annually, establishing the region as one of the world's most powerful climate regulators. This ecosystem functions not only as a natural sponge, but also as a colossal biological cradle. The Pantanal is not merely a haven for preserving nature, it is an indispensable part of the global ecological network. The rivers safeguarded by the Pantanal sustain South American cities and support fresh water supplies for millions of people. Furthermore, this vast wetland serves as a crucial carbon reservoir, significantly contributing to global climate mitigation efforts. Like a vital lifeline, the Pantanal is highly vulnerable to threats. As one of the world's largest wetlands, the Pantanal serves as a sanctuary for hundreds of rare and endangered wildlife species. However, it is grappling with significant challenges stemming from environmental changes and human activities. These threats, including climate change, wildfires, and the expansion of agricultural operations, have pushed many species toward endangerment and severely disrupted the intricate balance of this unique ecosystem. Climate change is amplifying the intensity of seasons in the Pantanal. In 2020, the region experienced its worst drought in nearly 50 years. Water scarcity not only reduced wetland areas, but also caused shortages of food and water for animals such as the capybara and giant river otter. According to data from Brazil's National Institute for Space Research, the area affected by drought in the Pantanal exceeded 17,000 square miles, forcing thousands of wildlife species to migrate in search of sustenance. During the dry season, lakes and rivers dry up rapidly, creating harsher conditions for water-dependent species. The Yacare Caiman, with an estimated population of 35 million, often clusters in the remaining small waterholes. This overcrowding increases the risk of disease transmission and intensifies competition for survival. Their low-frequency calls, typically used to establish social hierarchy, now echo as a battle cry in the face of adversity. Wildfires pose another grave threat to the Pantanal. In 2020, more than 30% of the Pantanal, approximately 7,700 square miles, was burned, according to a report by the World Wildlife Fund, WWF. The primary causes of these fires stemmed from agricultural activities and prolonged dry conditions. The flames not only decimated vegetation but also claimed the lives of thousands of animals, from smaller species like the southern tamandua to iconic predators such as the Pantanal jaguar. Birds like the Hyacinth Macaw and Jabiru Stork faced severe disruptions as nesting areas were destroyed. Many individuals were forced to migrate to distant regions in search of safety, which heightened competition with other species and significantly reduced their chances of successful reproduction. Agricultural activities, including cattle ranching and soybean cultivation, have significantly reduced the natural area of the Pantanal. Approximately 95% of the land in the Pantanal is privately owned by farms, with cattle ranching occupying the majority of this space. While these activities provide economic benefits, they also result in habitat loss for many species. Deforestation to expand agricultural land has diminished the number of manduvi trees, a critical resource for the Hyacinth Macaw, the world's largest parrot. Illegal hunting is another pressing concern. The Pantanal jaguar, whose population has declined drastically over the past century, continues to face threats from poaching due to conflicts with humans, particularly cattle ranchers. According to a WWF report, approximately 10% of the jaguar population is lost each year due to poaching or accidental killings. The Pantanal is not just a cradle of life, it is a beacon of hope. It teaches us that nature can recover if given protection, and that every ecosystem is an essential piece of the planet's greater mosaic. When we look at the Pantanal, we see more than a natural wonder. We see our responsibility to safeguard this shared home for future generations. Protected areas have been established, such as SESC Pantanal, spanning over 425,000 acres. These sanctuaries act as fortresses safeguarding species like the Hyacinth Macaw, Pantanal jaguar, and giant river otter from extinction. Ecological corridors have been created as natural bridges, connecting fragmented habitats and allowing capybaras and marsh deer to roam freely, even during the harshest dry seasons. The manduvi forests, essential nesting grounds for birds, are being restored at an impressive pace. By 2023, more than 1 million trees had been replanted, creating new homes for many rare bird species. Additionally, satellite technology and wildfire alert systems have reduced fire incidents by more than 25% compared to 2020, preserving Pantanal's lush greenery. Cross-border collaborations among Brazil, Bolivia, and Paraguay have led to conservation agreements like the Pantanal Protection Agreement, ensuring consistent protection policies. Ecotourism has also become a key driver, providing sustainable income and raising awareness of Pantanal's ecological significance. Pantanal is a natural heritage of immense value, not just for South America but for the entire world. The responsibility to protect wildlife, conserve Pantanal's nature, and safeguard its environment rests with every individual on this planet. Reduce your environmental impact by using eco-friendly products, supporting conservation organizations, and spreading awareness about protecting nature. Participating in responsible ecotourism or contributing to reforestation projects in the Pantanal is another way to help preserve species like the Hyacinth Macaw and Pantanal Jaguar. Let us work together to keep Pantanal, the slow-beating heart of the planet, alive and green for future generations. If you've ever explored the Pantanal, feel free to share your insights and experiences in the comments below. Your stories will inspire and motivate conservation efforts, protect rare wildlife, and preserve ecosystems for future generations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to join us in our next incredible adventures. You can also continue following the survival stories of South America's wildlife with Wild Amazon, Mysteries of the Ultimate Predators, or dive into Africa's struggles with Wild Savanna, the migration journey and challenges in the land of predators.